2021 Hyundai Kona Electric. The name pretty much tells you everything you need to know. The 2021 Hyundai Kona Electric is simply an electric version of Hyundai's Kona Extra Small crossover SUV. It provides punchy performance from its 201 horsepower electric motor and can go more than 250 miles before recharging. Otherwise, it's a lot like the regular gas-powered Kona. It even has the same amount of cargo space. It's a genuinely fun little car to drive that just happens to be electric. On the downside, rear legroom is tight, just like in the regular Kona, and availability is limited to select states. You can read our in-depth expert review to learn more. Other top EVs in this class worth checking out include the Chevrolet Bolt, Kia Niro EV, Nissan Leaf and upcoming Volkswagen ID.4. Want to know even more about the Kona Electric? Our team of experts have tested a Hyundai Kona Electric as part of our long-term program, in which we drive vehicles for a year and report to you what they're like to own. Read our long-term Kona coverage to see what we've learned about aspects such as the Kona Electric's reliability, electrical efficiency and charging over the long haul. The Kona Electric offers segment-leading electric range, a competitive price, an attractive interior, and a generous list of standard equipment. It's also quick, nimble and fun to drive. It's one of the best EVs out right now. The Kona Electric feels more like an electric performance hatchback than the crossover SUV it's marketed as. It gets going in a hurry, merges onto freeways easily, and has no trouble on steep grades. We measured a spirited 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 6.6 seconds at our test track. The Kona Electric also changes direction readily and feels steady and composed around turns. It's fun to drive, even if the eco-minded tires don't offer a whole lot of grip. For more casual driving, the Kona Electric is smooth and easy to drive. We also like that the regenerative braking system has 3 selectable levels. You can easily pick one to suit your personal preference or driving situation by using the steering wheel mounted paddles. Pulling and then holding the left paddle also brings up even stronger regenerative braking that you can use to come to a complete stop. The Kona Electric rides with a poise not usually found in this class of car. The low-slung mass of the battery and sophisticated rear suspension design help settle the car's motions when you drive over bumps. We also like the Kona's comfortable and supportive front seats. In back, the seat bottom is a bit flat, but the seatback angle is comfortable. The electric motor is silent at all speeds, and wind and road noise is not evident when cruising the highway. As of 2019, all electric vehicles must emit a low-speed pedestrian alert sound, and you can hear the Konas inside the car until it fades at about 18 miles per hour. Some of our editors liked the spacey sound. Others hated it. Most of the Kona Electric's interior is like the regular Konas. The electric center console is more prominent, and the controls are laid out a little differently. But they are attractive and easy to use. Similar functions are grouped together, and learning how to operate the infotainment interface is intuitive. There's plenty of head and legroom up front, and the cabin feels airy despite a center console that takes up some space. The rear seat isn't as accommodating. The seat area is wide, and there's a decent amount of headroom, but legroom is tight if the driver's seat is set back much beyond the middle of its sliding range. The infotainment system's graphics look dated and boring, but don't let that fool you. It is a well-designed and easy-to-use system thanks to prominent volume and tuning knobs, shortcut buttons around the screen's perimeter, and logical virtual buttons on the responsive touchscreen. The available Infinity audio system produces impressive sound quality. As for the Kona Electric's driving aids, the base SEL comes standard with just about everything. The top Ultimate trim has a more sophisticated adaptive cruise system that works in stop-and-go traffic. Overall, these systems work effectively and aren't overly intrusive. The Kona's cargo area behind the rear seats is not the biggest we've seen, but it's usefully shaped. Luggage laid lengthwise fits easily behind the rear seats. Up front, the Kona Electric has a suitable amount of storage space for small items such as phones and water bottles. This EV isn't a great choice if you have small children. The rear safety seat anchors are easy to access, and the door opening is big enough not to cause any problems. But the lack of rear cabin space means bulky rear-facing infant seats won't fit without sliding a front seat forward significantly. The Hyundai Kona Electric is EPA rated to deliver 258 miles of range, which is right at the top in the affordable EV class. We tested it out in the real world and it delivers that, and then some. In Edmunds' EV range test, we saw 315 miles of range, which outperforms the second-best Kia Niro by 30 miles. The EPA estimates the Kona Electric will consume 27 kilowatt-hours of electricity for every 100 miles driven, but at our testing the Kona was far more efficient, using only 22.3 kilowatt-hours per 100 miles. It's not the most efficient vehicle in the class, but it's close to it. The Kona Electric is built to a higher standard than a regular Kona, and that difference shows up most on the inside. The panels fit together well, the materials are nice looking, and the buttons and knobs feel well made. Sure, it isn't built to a luxury standard, but it's quite pleasing. The Kona is strong on value too. You get a lot of standard safety and technology features for what you pay. Then there's Hyundai's strong warranty coverage. 5 years, 60,000 miles for the overall vehicle, 10 years, 10,000 miles for the powertrain, including the battery, and 3 years of free scheduled maintenance. The Kona comes with a 7.2 kW onboard charger, can be fully charged from an empty battery in about 9.5 hours from a proper 240-volt wall unit. It also has a listed DC fast charging capability of up to 100 kilowatts, though in our testing it never peaked higher than around 75 kilowatts. The Kona's rounded nose and gray wheel arch body cladding may provoke debate, but this EV is a lot more entertaining to drive than we expected based on its crossover categorization. It has the proportions, power and poise of a performance hatchback. And 258 miles of range is enough that you can largely forget about how it's powered and just enjoy driving it.